Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm just getting started today. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late, but we're gonna do some fun stuff today. I've got some cool stuff to show off, and some little bit of stuff we can do together. And what do I mean by that? Well, I've been thinking about actually setting up a web page for my company, Dissident Logic. I had one in the past, a couple different ones, and then didn't really like it so much, and it wasn't really getting any visitors, so I kind of just made the domain forward to the page for Paperbound, which is the other game that we developed. But now that I'm going to be looking for publishers, I want to have something to represent the company that they can look at. So, with that in mind, I think it's time to get started, maybe. See if anybody's no chat messages yet. When you pop in, go ahead and let me know you're there and say hi, and that will be pretty cool, and we can have a little conversation. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is that I have a cloud thing that I'm going to be working on. So I have my list of stuff I'm kind of thinking about working on the stream today. So first is building the website. There wasn't a whole lot new since last night. I kind of reworked some things, ran into a few issues, but it should clear the way to move forward in the future. I want to get my cloud. I kind of broke the cloud, so I want to get that back and even better than before. Interesting thing, I was at a grocery store the other night, and I saw just some house decorations for sale, and I really liked the color palettes. So I thought, oh, let me snap a photo, and then I'll try to apply that to planets. With the cloud stuff, I want to do some debugging stuff. I want to show you what the kind of ways that I use to try to visualize things with crazy colors, and then build a new tool to help me in a different way. And then see if I can map some textures to the surfaces of the planet to give it a better look. So, before I forget, I should also show you one more thing, which is, oops, I don't want to show that. Do I? I did some painting, some actual physical painting last night, and I'm pretty happy with the results. Let me see if I can get it in the stream here. But this is the painting I made. I'm pretty happy with it, The sort of default option they give you is for either blue or a turquoise for the background, but I thought, hey, this is a cactus, it should be in the desert, so I gave it this kind of sandy yellow-orange color. I like how the streaks turned out. I really like how this rose turned out. I think the kind of shading on is really nice. These ones I'm kind of less hot on. This was alright. I spent couple hours making this whole thing, and there are definitely some things that I realized that are a little difficult about working with physical paint, with how it smears around, but overall I'm pretty happy. This is my first actual painting on canvas. A long time ago I did a little bit of painting on just a notebook of really thick paper that's made for it, but yeah, I'm going to keep it. Alright, welcome to the stream. Go ahead and say hi if you want in the chat. So first, I need to look at building a website. And so I went and, in case you didn't hear earlier, I had a website a long time ago, didn't really like it, and just ended up making it forward to the website for Paperbound, the previous game that I worked on. But now that I'm going to be looking for a publisher, I want to have something to represent the company. In the past, it was more about the game, but now it is still about the game, but it's important to represent the company if you're trying to get people to give you money. So, an example I have is, so this is the website of the game company of a friend of mine, and he's done pretty well. I was, to be honest, a little intimidated about I can't make it a super great looking website. But I found a tool called Wix that I use to make paperboundgame.com, and I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. Like, I'm surprised, to be honest. Of course, I didn't make the logo. I hired someone for the logo, and it turned out really good. And I used, one of their templates and then customized it with my own images, and then just started modifying it from there. I think it looks pretty good, and I tested it on mobile and everything. That's a really big surprise that I can't believe still happens. Today's when you go to a website and it doesn't work on mobile or just doesn't look right, because I have to imagine 90% of web browsing these days is done on phones. So yeah, that's pretty important. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Props to Wix for making it easy. I'll probably use them for this website as well. So yeah, like I said, it doesn't have to be super fancy. Like, this is pretty simple, nothing flashy, but I think it's been good enough for him to work with platforms on deals. And I don't know if he's really worked with publishers. He's actually become a publisher himself now. But I want to use this as a template for basically what I can do. So you got the name and the logo, the list of the games, and then some stuff about the team at the bottom, and then some get in touch stuff. So that's all the content that I want. But the thing about that is I want to organize it a little bit differently, where it's not just a vertical scroll. More, hopefully there's a way I can do like tabs, like games, team, contact. Those are kind of the things I want. So let's go to Wix. Hopefully it's I gotta sign in. I'm gonna have to turn off the screen for just a second here while I sign in. Can I? Okay. I don't see a way to just hide it. Maybe. Where is this dashboard? Let me just pause the stream for a minute, and then I will come back after I've logged in. Okay, and I'm back. Thanks.